This is Hall County Sports, brought to you by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. Remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair, 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood. With 3 worship services, Kids Town, and adult small groups, McKelvey Road United Methodist Church dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. We start things off with basketball, and wow, what a finish for the Gainesville boys in the state 5A finals against 4-time defending champion Miller Grove. They made it that far, the Elephants did, on a lot of grit, determination, talent, and a little luck by surviving some very, very close games. The final was close as well, and Gainesville actually had a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter, but the Elephants going to lose that one 61-57. They lose it by 4. Now, when the team started 1-6, a lot of folks might have just written them off, but the Crimson Herd came on to finish 23-10 overall and falling just shy of winning a state championship, actually pulling back within 2 with less than 30 seconds left. Shaquan Cantrell had 19 points and 8 rebounds for the Elephants, who also got double-digit scoring from Luke Moore with 13 and Deshaun Watson with 12. And we bring to the show now Coach Todd Cottrell has been with us for the last couple of weeks, as well as a couple of his players, Jaquise Ruff and Shaquan Cantrell. Men, thank you very much for coming in and being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, first of all, Coach, let's get the coach's perspective on that last game. Now, it was really another one of those nip and tuck, back and forth kind of things against a team that was just blowing everybody away and had won 4 straight state championships, but did look to be intimidated down there in the Coliseum.
Not at all. These guys haven't been intimidated by anything since I've known them. Even though we tried to intimidate them as coaches, it doesn't work. But just really proud of them. They had a great year. I wish they would have been a little different for them, but they had our chances at the end and just didn't make the plays when we needed to.
All right. Let's talk to Jaquise and Shaquan now. Jaquise in the middle there. And guys, as the game was progressing back and forth, did you say to yourselves, hey, we got a shot at this thing. This is for real. We're here on the big dance and the big stage, and we can do it. How'd you feel? Jaquise, first up.
I felt like we could pull it off.
Just felt a little shy. Shaquan, what about you? You guys are seniors, right, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what were you thinking now? This great run that you had.
Even before the game, I knew we had a chance because we believe in each other. So I really wasn't worried when we got on the court because I knew we was going to compete.
And they did, Coach.
Absolutely, and I've done that all year. I just wish they were freshmen. That was like a long time. I can't be, I've had 19 good teams, and I'm proud of all of them. This one, played longer and showed a lot of heart and determination.
Guys, what did it for you down the stretch? Now, as I said, you started 1-6, and of course, when you got the football players back with you, that had to be a big boost. And of course, you guys were out there already. How long does it take to where you start getting that feel with one another again?
It didn't take us long, because we've known each other since we was little kids, and we all know how to play with each other. So I'd say it probably took us like 2 weeks for us to get going, honestly.
And then you go on that great run, Jaquise. What made everything come together for you?
We won the championship game our 8th grade year all together, and when the football players came back, we all knew how to play together, and we had great chemistry.
Well, that's part of it, and I keep reading this too, Coach. True team. True team. Now, Shaquan put up a lot of points for you, but everybody had a role to play, and they apparently all knew the role.
Absolutely, and everybody brought something different, to our team, and they did a great job of the word chemistry comes to mind a lot. Everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing, role playing. Just real proud of him. Very efficient team. I think even Shaquan, as our leading scorer, is very efficient. He didn't have to have a lot of shots to score. He's a very unselfish player.
All right, well, take me a little bit now through the championship game as you start. It's going back and forth for you. We're trying to keep up with you. By the way, I was at the Macon, not at the Macon Centralplex, but at the big thing over there at the Division II wrestling basket, wrestling track and field and swimming championships over in Birmingham. That's why they've got the stuff on me right here. But so we're trying to keep up with you, via all the electronic media that we have now. But take me through the game now.
We had, we had our opportunities. Played a pretty good first half. The things that we felt like we had to do as a team, we did a really good job in the first half. We took care of the ball. We out rebounded them in the first half, and made a few shots. Second half, didn't take care of the ball quite as good as we did in the first half. Didn't rebound quite as good. Had a few empty trips, and you can't have many empty trips in a championship type game, and we did. But we still had our chances. Had the ball in our hands down 2 with under a minute to play, and just couldn't seem to make the plays.
Man, I know you're disappointed now, but as you think back over it, the emotions immediately after the game, of course, had to be bitter, right? I mean, we're so close now. It'd be different if you got blown away, but now you're thinking, wow, we just a play or two here and there. But now that you've had some time to reflect on it, tell me your impressions of your senior season. Jacquise, how you feel now?
It's been a great season. I mean, we went out with a bang. I'm glad our last game was in the state championship game.
Sure. A lot of people around the state, guys, will be happy to be where you are.
Yes,
what about you, Shaquan?
I mean, to be honest, it was my best season in my whole high school career. I mean, to win playoff games, that was my first ever time winning a playoff game and going far in the tournament. So I think we had a great season. And it could have ended better, but everything happens for a reason.
Well, you're going to go and play some more basketball, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
North Georgia?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to that?
Yes, sir.
They were pretty good this year.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Jacquise?
I'm playing at North Georgia, too.
All going to play at North Georgia, too? Coach, sending a couple of guys up there, and they apparently played at the next level, huh?
Absolutely. I think North Georgia got a couple of really good players.
All right. Got to ask you, first of all, going to miss these guys, but, Coach, what you got coming back?
Really miss these guys. And the other seniors as well, but I think we got a good nucleus coming back. And I think we've got some guys that learned a lot and maybe didn't get as much court time as we would have liked, but I think we're going to be pretty competitive next year as soon as everybody gets gelled a little bit and understands what we're supposed to do.
All right. Another great year apparently shaping up for Gainesville High athletics.
Hope so.
Absolutely. And you guys are a part of it, a big part of it. Shaquan, Jacquise, thanks for coming in. Good luck at North Georgia. Todd, always a pleasure. Take care and good luck to the Elephants of the future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Now, a couple of other basketball notes before we leave hoops. North Hall's Evo Smith and Buford's Kyle Doyle are co-Region 7 AAA Boys Players of the Year. Dawson County's Carly Gilreath got the girls on her. Evo and Doyle led North Hall and Buford to the Final Four before the Trojans and Wolves were eliminated by eventual state champion Johnson of Savannah and eventual runner-up Savannah, respectively. Now, Gilreath's Lady Tigers were runners-up to St. Pius. Also making first team from Hall County in 7 AAA in the region were Adam Kelly of North Hall, as well as Tyzwan Cantrell of West Hall and Brian Edwards of East Hall. In 8-4A, Chastity's Megan Kinnemer and Johnson's Montrell McKenzie got the coaches' votes as region players of the year. Also in the first team for the girls, Samantha Sam Brown of Chastity, as well as Jordan DeGraff of Chastity and Ty Cockfield and Drew Dunham of Johnson on the boys' side. Lakeview's Austin Montgomery has been picked for the second annual North Georgia All-Star Classic. Now, that's going to come up this Saturday night at Gainesville High School. Austin averaged almost 21 points and 9 rebounds a game for the Lions. He had 1,326 points and 772 rebounds for his career. And if you are a high school hoops fan, then these games at Gainesville, boys and girls All-Star games coming up Saturday, are for you. Speaking of Gainesville alumnus, Jamie Carnes, who's now at North Georgia, was named to the Peach Belt All-Conference first team again. She was the 2012 Daktronics National Player of the Year a season ago. Jamie averaged this year just under a double-double this season with 18 points and 9.5 rebounds a game. She was second in the league in rebounding and third in scoring and blocked shots. She had 47 of those blocked shots. She also just made the All-Tournament team after the Peach Belt Conference tournament. Meanwhile, on the men's side, Flowery Branch alumnus Ishmael Hollis, also at North Georgia, made the second team of the all-region team, all-conference first team. Now, Flowery Branch's Ishmael Hollis, now at North Georgia, led that team with 7.5 rebounds and over 15 points per game. Well, we're going to have that report. I talked about being at that sports complex in Birmingham. We'll have a report on some of that NCAA action next week. But next on this show, we dive into the pool when Hall County Sports continues.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
We're back on the set of Hall County Sports Television. I'm Gary Glenn, and joining us now is Dave Parrish of Lanier Tech. First of all, we want to welcome Lanier Tech as a sponsor of Hall County Sports Television and sponsoring the antics of our boys and girls and the local athletes as we go along. But Dave is here today to talk to us a little bit about Skills USA. Dave, can you tell me what that is?
Yes, I can. Thank you. We're delighted to be a sponsor of the program. Skills USA is the Super Bowl of the technical colleges and a large number of high schools competing in everything from welding to medical assisting, from carpentry to robotics. It is truly a Super Bowl type of event. The best teams that will be in the regionals that will be held March 21st and 22nd at the Georgia International Conference Center will go on to Kansas City to win national gold. It's a big deal for us.
All right, you can visit Lanier Tech's website at laniertech.edu for updates on the medal count. Dave, good luck to you, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Gary.
This program is also brought to you by Longstreet Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Longstreet's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-thru and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into. Plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com. Call a friend and meet them for a hearty meal at Longstreet Cafe, where they put the home in the cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. This segment, we dive back into the pool, and it was a good day in the water for the Golden Tigers of Brenau with a 6th-place finish at the NAIA Nationals. And on the final day of the National Swimming Championships in Oklahoma City, it was Oklahoma Baptist winning the meet on the women's side. Brenau improved upon their 8th-place finish last season. As I said, they finished 6th at the Nationals. Up first was the 1650 free. Lisa Portwood of Marietta touching into season best 18:22 to finish 11th. As did sophomore Michelle Billiot of Lafayette, Louisiana, in the 100 free in 53.75, capturing 11th place also. M.K. Jabia from Slidell, Louisiana, posting points in the 200 breaststroke with a 2:29.16 to 2:29.16, and that was 6th overall, a personal best in the prelims. She swam a 2:26.28. Meredith Barrington from Macon won the consolation heats of the 200 fly, hitting her personal best at 2:11.99, and veteran the senior Hannah Boudreau out of Lafayette, Louisiana, followed with a 3rd-place finish in the fly, crushing her own previous school record of 2:04.04 in the process. Now, the main event of the evening coming down to the 400 free relay. We're now touching 3rd, Oklahoma Baptist and Savannah College of Art and Design, setting a team record, garnering All-American status with a 3:33.77. Total of 8 team records were broken, 8 personal best individual swims accomplished. Barrington, B.O., Boudreau, and Jabia all earning All-America status. And we bring to the show now Coach Blair Bachman, as well as the aforementioned Hannah Boudreau. Ladies, thank you very much for coming by and being with us on the show. Now, tell me about this. First of all, you had a great conference meet, too, Coach. Tell me about that, and I'll talk to Hannah a little bit about what she had a great swim at conference as well. So you knew you were going to be pretty good this year, didn't you?
We were hopeful that we would do well, and our conference meet went great. We had a lot of top finishes, and Hannah won all 3 of her personal events and was given female swimmer of the meet, so that was nice. And the year before we placed 6th, so to move up to 4th place finish was really nice.
Okay, and then at the Nationals, now you had a good swim there. First of all, Hannah, come this way just a little bit there. All right, we want to make sure we get you on the shot. Tell me about your conference meet. Now you won everything you entered.
Yes, sir.
Well, you were expecting something. I mean, you can. Swimming's kind of like track. You look at times and
Yes.
you kind of know if I have a good day, I'm going to do well. So how were you feeling going into the conference meet?
I knew going in that if I went good times that I'd be able to pull out 1st place finishes.
So what got you started in swimming?
Well, my sister kind of, because we did dancing and then she didn't like dancing, so my parents picked swimming.
so this is
parents.
something for you to do then.
Yes.
Well, a lot of times though, parents will pick things and the kids may not necessarily be going along with the parents what they do, but once you got into it, did you find out you liked it?
I loved it.
Well, there you go. All right, Coach. Now talk to me a little bit about the national meet going in.
The national meet is always really competitive for us and definitely challenging, because you have to qualify in order to go. So we may not be able to take our whole team. It's just who personally qualifies for the meet. So this year we were able to take 6 women, and all of them qualified in different individual events, and also all 5 of our relays qualified. So we knew that if we put up a good effort in all of our individuals and relays, then we could improve upon our finish from last year, which was 8th. So we've got 6th place this year, and we're proud of that, and hopefully gonna continue to build on that success and get higher in the rankings.
All right, a couple of seconds in the third, so silver and bronze, not too bad. Not too shabby. All right. Well, Hannah, whatever you decide to do, dear, I know you'll be a success at it. Good luck. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Blair, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Come back sometime,
We
all
will.
right? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're back with some local highlights from spring sports when Hall County Sports continues.
This program is also brought to you by Longstreet Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Longstreet's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-thru and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into. Plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com. Call a friend and meet them for a hearty meal at Longstreet Cafe, where they put the home in the cooking.
Gary Glenn back on the set of Hall County Sports Television. Joining us once again, the pastor of McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, Rob Bruce. Rob, we're in the Lenten season now, but you got some special events that you got coming up that you want to talk to the folks about.
That's right, Gary. We've got 3 special events coming up I'd like to let everybody know about. The first is going to be on March 24th, which is Palm Sunday. We're going to have 1 combined service that day at 10:30 with a potluck breakfast. And then on the Thursday before Easter, Maundy Thursday, we'll be having a special presentation of the Living Last Supper, which will be a musical, and we'd love to have you come to that. That'll be at 7 p.m., also be in Stewart Hall. And then our Easter schedule is a 7 a.m. Sunrise service, followed by a pancake breakfast, and then our regular services at 8:30, 10, and 11. We'd love for you to come to all of them, but if you could just make one of them, that'd be great too.
All right, Rob, sounds good. We'll see you in church on Sunday.
Okay, Gary.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. This segment, we're concentrating on soccer. Now, West Hall's boys at the start of the week, they were unbeaten. First of all, last week they had a 4-1 win over North Oconee. And then for the girls' side, the Katie's teamed up for the Spartan girls. Katie Kirkland with an assist and Katie Forrester with the goal. West Hall opened the night with a 1-0 win over North Oconee, so they made it a sweep. And the male Spartans also beat Fannin County 7-0, as Cesar Villa and Sammy Soto each had a pair of goals earlier this season. West Hall had won the boys' side of the Northeast Georgia Mountains Cup. And we bring to the show now Coach Andrew McCain. And Andrew, first of all, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Tell me about this start now, this undefeated start. First of all, I know that you had been an assistant under the legendary, the icon, Coach Wolfgang Yeager. But now you're the head guy. So talk to me a little bit about that first. How's it different being the head man versus the assistant?
Well, when I was the JV coach, it was a long time ago. But Wolfgang was sort of my mentor for coaching, and he taught me how to sort of balance a structured approach with cultivating their individual talents. When Wolfie left and I took over, I tried to sort of maintain the way he did things with some tweaks here and there. I inherited a really good team, a lot of talent, and players who had been playing together for a very long time. So for me, it was sort of halfway, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but also what needs to evolve, what needs to happen, and what do we really need to cultivate in order to take this team to the next level.
All right, now let's talk about that start. I think at the start of the week you're 7-0. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Now tell me about what's done it for you during this stretch.
Well, I got to say that we have talent pretty much at every position, and I'm pretty deep at every position. So we're able to maintain pressure on the field. We've got great midfield control of the ball, distribution. I've got a couple of extraordinary forwards. Actually, I got more than a couple. I'm about 4 deep at forward position. Cesar Villa, my dark horse 9th grader, has been putting them away, as well as Omar Castillo, who is a sophomore. All my team's really young, so that bodes well for the future. So it's really a combination of having that talent all over the field, a strong back line. My sweeper, Eduardo Magana, is field captain, and I feel pretty safe with him on the field. So we've just been able to get it done by winning the ball, pretty much.
Also, I've noticed you score a lot, and you don't give up much. What, I think maybe 2 goals so far this year already?
We have given up 3 goals. 3 goals so far. We gave up 1 against White County, 1 against North Oconee, and another against White County in the regional play. But that one we gave up 1 goal. We still won 7-1. We've been winning them quite handily. It seems that once we get a couple goals in the net, they start relaxing and getting in the zone, and we're able to pull off some pretty extraordinary soccer.
Andrew McCain, thanks for coming in, Andrew.
Thank you,
Good
Gary.
luck to the Spartans. That
Thank you
Buford
very
match is Friday?
That's correct, yes.
Where at?
It's at Buford.
At Buford, okay.
Yes.
Well, good luck against the Wolves, all right?
Thanks a lot.
Staying with soccer, the North Hall girls won the Girls Northeast Georgia Mountains Cup title with a 1-0 overtime win over White County on an Alex Lawson goal. Alden Powell had the shutout in goal. Trojan boys, by the way, at the start of the week, were still unbeaten at 2-2. The West Hall girls finished 3rd in the Cup tournament with a 4-1 win over Chestatee after shutting out Fannin 2-0 the night before. Other soccer, Johnson swept Monroe area last week. Jonathan Gillum with a couple of goals and the boys' 6-0 shutout. A dominating win for the Gainesville girls, an 8-0 victory over Clark Central last week, and the Yeomans and Hartley Carter both tallied hat tricks for the Lady Elephants. Turning to baseball now, it was an unusual 1-0 victory for Chestatee over West Hall. Turns out West Hall, Zach English, actually threw a no-hitter, but the Spartans didn't win due to fielding and throwing errors that allowed the War Eagles only run to score. For Chestatee, Tanner Gable pitched a complete game, 8 strikeout shutout for the War Eagles, scattering only 4 hits and helped get the Eagles their first win of the season. Brian Crawford drove in the only run of the game, scored by Griffin Moore. Chestatee then won an 10-8 slugfest. 10-8 slugfest with East Hall. Joe Sheeman had 3 hits for the War Eagles. West Hall rebounded with a 15-5 win over Johnson. English and Cameron Johnson each went 3 for 4 with 5 RBI between them. Michael Cronick earned the win for the Spartans. Joe Munoz had 3 RBI for Johnson. Asher Griffith went 2 for 3. North Hall edged Flowery Branch 2-1. A walk-off single by Preston Graham, which scored pinch hitter Corbin Llewellyn from second, proved to be the difference in that one. Llewellyn was aboard courtesy of a 2-out walk and advanced to second on a McCoy Savage single. Colton Duttweiler went the distance, scattered 5 hits for the win. Zach Mize had 3 hits and 3 RBI and also pitched a couple of innings as North Hall beat North Forsyth 16-5. Drew Coker added 3 hits and 3 RBI, while Griffin Olson banged out a couple of hits and drove in 2, and Llewellyn got the win. Gainesville clobbered Class 6A Mountain View 13-0, led by Sims Griffith's grand slam. Michael Geddes struck out 10 to get the win while helping himself out at the plate by getting 3 hits and 2 RBI. Skylar Weber also drove in a couple with 2 hits. The Elephants stayed unbeaten with a 6-0 win over Habersham Central. Geddes, Weber, and Hunter Anglin each had a couple of hits. Geddes, Anglin, and Luke Moore with an RBI as well. Jonathan Geddes struck out 7 to get the win, and Anglin struck out 3 in 2 innings of relief work. Lakeview beat St. Francis 5-3. Dallas Devers got that win. Dakota Chalmers 1 for 3 with a homer and 3 RBI. He also got the save. Drake Hollander, Nick Henderson, and Jarrett Hughes all went 2 for 3. Then Lakeview blanked Riverside 16-0. Devers had a 2-run home run, and Avery Smith got the win, as well as going 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Chalmers and Hollander both went 2 for 2, with Chalmers driving in 3 and Hollander scoring 4. Track and field. West Hall's girls and White County boys won at the recent Chestatee meet in the 100 meters. West Hall's Maya Booker took first place, running a 12:78 en route to the team victory. Chestatee's Sarah Beth English won the 1600 with a time of 5:38.95. The 3200 came down to a battle between White County's great runner Jenna Gearing and Tori Mullinax of Chestatee, and Gearing won it in 11:49, with Mullinax coming in second, setting a school record of 11:55. The Lady War Eagle 3200 relay team finished in first place with a new school record of 11:02. Gabby Hoffman of North Hall cleared 10 feet to take pole vault title. And for the boys, North Hall took the 800 and 1600 with wins from Quentin Miles and Bryce Schubert, respectively. Trojans also took the top 3 spots in the 3200, with Whit Nix leading the team at 9:56.32. Chestatee's Marvin Rosario won the triple jump by leaping 41.45 feet. In tennis, North Hall's girls stayed unbeaten with a 5-love shutout of Dawson County. And in riflery, Gainesville's team was led by Catherine Youngblood's 288 out of a possible 300 to beat Lithonia and advance in the Precision Air Rifle Area 6 Championship, and the Naval Junior ROTC team moved on to the next round. All right, in golf, you know, remember last year the Gainesville boys and girls both won state championships in AAA, and this year in 5A they're off to another fine start. A big win for the Elephant boys as they took first in Jekyll Island recently, beating 32 teams from all classifications to win the Johnny Paulk Invitational. Team score 306. That was only a single stroke ahead of Greenbrier High, by the way. Gainesville was led in that one by Jackson Bishop with a 75, followed by Lawson King, Spencer Ralston, and Nathan Williams, all with scores of 77. They followed that up with a win at the Apple Mountain Invitational in Clarksville by beating Peachtree Ridge by a single stroke. Pep Brown led with a 70 on that day, and King shot 72. Gainesville girls recently won a try match with White County North Hall, and then they won the Lady Warrior Spring Swing at Mossy Creek in Cleveland. Meg Callahan led the try match win, while Madeline Harr was low score in Cleveland. And next week we'll have a report on this week's Hall County Golf Championships. We'll have more local sports for you coming up.
Also brought to you by Longstreet Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Longstreet's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-thru and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into, plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com.
Welcome back to the wrap-up, everybody. I'm Gary Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. First of all, let's talk about our athletes of the week from last week. For the males, Shaquan Cantrell again, Gainesville basketball for his continuing role in the Elephants' state runner-up team in a great season. For the females, North Hall Soccer's Alex Lawson for her tournament-winning overtime goal in the Georgia Mountain Cup Finals, and also a co-winner from last week, Catherine Youngblood of Gainesville Rivalry, for leading her co-ed team to the next round of the shoot-offs. All right, now time to do some unfinished business. Our Hall County Sports picks for teams, athletes, and coaches of this past fall season. First of all, let's get up some honorable mentions on the male side. For the athletes, we're going to talk about Whit Nix of North Hall Cross Country, many meet championships, including the championship in the region meet, and he also finished 4th at state. Honorable mention to the North Hall boys team as well, 3rd place at state. They were the region champions, and we also want to recognize Coach Drew Rogers with an honorable mention. Also, HM to region champs cross-country teams from Flowery Branch, Chestatee, Riverside, as well as coaches Jimmy Sarles of the Branch, Mark Dunn of the War Eagles, and Jim Myers of the Riverside Eagles. Falcons were 2nd at state, Eagles were 6th, and also an honorable mention to region champion football teams from North Hall and Flowery Branch. Trojans, of course, made the Final Four, and honorable mention to coaches Bob Christmas of North Hall and Chris Griffin of Flowery Branch. Now, time to name our winners, and they're all going to be from Gainesville, and this was kind of a no-brainer, folks. 5A champion football team from Gainesville is our team of the fall on the boys' side, and the coach, Bruce Miller, is our coach of the fall on the boys' side, and his record-setting quarterback, Deshaun Watson, is our male athlete of the fall, the all-class player of the year. Hard to argue with Deshaun winning that one. Now, turning to our girls' awards, honorable mention to volleyball teams from East Hall, Gainesville, and Johnson for their outstanding fall seasons. Best in East Hall history. Gainesville made the Sweet 16, and Johnson, they were the area champions. And we also want to honor the coaches, Ted Deppie of the Vikings, Randy Orr of Gainesville, and Deb Idson of Johnson. Also honorable mention to the cross-country teams from North Hall and Chestatee, and coaches Drew Rogers and Megan Pruitt. Honorable mention to our athletes from the fall, Sarah Beth English, region champion from Chestatee Cross Country. And we also want to recognize with an honorable mention volleyball player Kara Hicks of East Hall, the Times Volleyball Player of the Year, by the way. She put up some impressive stats, as did Kelly Callert of Flowery Branch softball. She batted almost .550 in addition to driving in and scoring a lot of runs. All right, our female winners. North Hall Cross Country's Victoria Rogers, our female athlete of the fall, had some top finishes this year in various meets. Had to gut out some because of injuries, and she finished 5th in the state meet. For our teams and our coaches, we're going to have a tie. Co-winners and 4th place state finishers, Flowery Branch in 5A and Chestatee Cross Country in 4A, and the coaches Megan Pruitt of Chestatee and Jimmy Charles of Flowery Branch. And a special Masters athlete of the fall season, the world champion and world record-setting bench presser Tim T. Moon of the Georgia Iron Dogs. At one meet, he set the Masters world record on Friday and came back and set the open record on Saturday. Pretty impressive. And finally, we want to recognize LaGrange College sophomore Danielle Newburn out of North Hall High. She was the USA South Softball Player of the Week recently. She had a week where she went 9 for 15 with 10 RBI, 12 runs scored, 2 homers, 2 doubles, a walk, and 4 stolen bases, and helping the Panthers to a 4-0 start. That's our show for this week. Join us next week right here for more Hall County Sports. I'm Gary Glenn.
Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McKelvey Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ.